best local aspects, including some businesses featuring all homegrown ingredients, museums, and community artists. Welcome to Buy Local. Throughout this broadcast, we will be discussing local businesses that use our natural state's great resources to create amazing products that will represent what Arkansas has to offer. Our first segment is on Flyway. Flyway is a brewery in the heart of North Little Rock. In the studio today, we have Jason, who does sales at Flyway. Hi, Jason.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. So what do you do?
So I'm the brand manager and sales rep for Flyway.
Yeah? What's your day like?
Basically, I kind of bounce around from accounts to accounts, just making sure they're happy with our beer, sampling them on new beer, and going and setting up events.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of events do you have?
Well, actually, tonight we have one at Bark Bar, which is a dog and basically a dog bar where you can take your dogs and have drinks and stuff like that. But we're doing a waterfowl night, so all dogs that people take hunting, you can have those out there. And R&T, which is a duck call company we teamed up with to do one of our beers, they're going to be out there doing duck calls and just talking about dogs and hunting.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
What kind of people do you have down there?
I mean, at Flyway, I mean, just people who love beer, and,
Yeah.
you know, and just really excited and want to get our name out there and just excited about beer. Yeah.
Cool. Is there anything you would like to tell us about your beer?
Well, we try to use whatever local products we can in our beer. We're just recently turned 3 years old, so we're still in the growing process and just trying to get our name out there.
Yeah. How much do you think the place has grown since you've started?
I mean, we've grown tremendously. Right now, one of our beers, Blue Wing, is the #1 selling in-state beer. So, I mean, we're hang our hat on that. We're pretty happy about that.
Yeah, that's great.
They have us. We're the #1 selling beer at Dickey Stevens Park, where the Travelers play. So, right now things are going really well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then we also, in our restaurant, we had Diners, Drive-In, and Dives, the show with Guy Fieri, come and do a little special on us. So we're getting all kinds of people coming to the brewery that don't even know that we're a brewery, just coming there for food, and they're like, hey, we've got beer. So it's been awesome.
I love that show. I might have to look that up whenever it airs.
It should be on demand out there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm totally down with that.
Nice.
How have you been in the business so far? Do you like it?
Oh yeah, I love it. Before I worked for Flyway, I worked for a distributor, so it's a lot better now working for one brewery instead of doing 25. And with it being local, people are just real excited about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
We will just love what you have going on at Flyway, and our field team has compiled a little video that we hope finds our audience have a better idea about all the great things that you have going on at Flyway.
Flyway, your local North Little Rock brewing company. Flyway prides themselves on staying true to the natural state, using ingredients found in our state, and staying small and personal. The brewery displays the convergence of Arkansas's native flowers that reflect a natural phenomenon. The first lesson is to recognize rich and natural flavors of our natural state.
I work at Flyway Brewery. I'm the kitchen manager here at Flyway. I've been here for about 2 years. One of my biggest favorite menus is the gumbo, which is Gina's Gumbo. It also brought a lot of people in, and I got a fine pleasure of being with Chef Guy from Dinner, Dines, and Drives. We filmed it in August, and then it was featured October the 19th. We have a variety of foods. We have the bacon wrapped quail, we have the cheddar bombers, we have the venison. We also have our bean burger as well that's served with our corn relish. We feature different waffles per week. It's always a different waffle every week. You guys ought to come down here and try it.
Flyaway pours the essence of Arkansas's breathtaking habitat into everything they do. Flyaway comes from the Mississippi Flyaway, which is a migration path. Flyaway uses local ingredients to help bring Arkansas to your table.
Wow, that was amazing. I cannot wait to try all of that amazingly well-crafted beer and that delicious food. Jason has brought some of his craft beers from that Flyaway has on tap. Jason, tell me a little bit about what you've brought today.
All right, so I've got our Honeybird. This is our blonde ale brewed with Arkansas honey. We get our honey from Ollie Farms, which is a local honey farm in Bigelow. It's a nice, crisp, very crushable beer. We're real happy about this. I also have Early Bird. This is our IPA. We like to say, this is a very, good starter IPA. It's not overly bitter like most IPAs are. We added some grapefruit to it to give it a little citrus to cut that bitterness. Then Blue Wing, this is our blueberry wheat. This is the one most people know us by. Some people even think that, the brewery's name is Blue Wing. It's become so popular, but it's a blueberry wheat. We use real blueberries in this, so depending on the time of year, it can be a little darker, a little lighter. The blueberry comes through a little stronger, or it could drop off. So with using, that's one of the things we have to deal with using real fruits in this, just depending on type of year and how fresh the blueberries are. And then Free Range is our brown ale. It's a good roasty, toasty, medium body beer. We like to say this beer pairs really well with food, burgers, steaks, really any kind of red meat. This was the first beer that our owners actually brewed, so this is one has a really special place in our heart.
Well, I can't thank you enough, Jason, for coming out today and showing us all of these delicious beers and speaking with us all about the great things Flyaway has to offer. Next up, we have Arkansas Museum Showcase with Museum of Discovery.
Are you wondering where Adam and Cameron went? Don't be sad, kids. Critics Corner is back, and we're here to stay. From the critics who gave you expert reviews on Bohemian Rhapsody and The Grinch. Critics Corner is your #1 source for movie reviews, criticism, and don't forget good, clean fun for the whole family.
If you're looking to explore a different area, try the Argenta Arts District. Located across the river from the capital city is the friendly neighborhood full of life and art. If food is what you're after, Cregan's Irish Pub on the corner of Broadway and Main has the best American-style dishes. The fun-filled restaurant also has live music on weekends and an outside patio that's fit for a great time. The Arts District doesn't stop with amazing restaurants, but combines fabulous art elements and historical art elements. A beautiful sculpture titled Mother Nature is one of the most recognized art pieces and can be found right by the Argenta Flats, which is an apartment complex with a modern vibe. The Argenta Arts Theater is the perfect place to relax and watch a play with the family. If all of this sounds like fun, then Argenta is your next stop.
Diamond Bear Brewery has won numerous national and international awards for its world-class beer, including gold medals at the prestigious Great American Beer Festival and World Beer Cup. The name Diamond Bear comes from the first two nicknames of Arkansas. Arkansas was originally the Bear State, then changed to the Diamond State in 1905. Diamond Bear provides a variety of beer for you. Check out the Diamond Bear Brewery at 600 North Broadway, North Little Rock, Arkansas.
Welcome to our Arkansas Museum Showcase, where each week we will be speaking with museum curators and educators about interesting things that their museums have to offer. Today we'll be taking a look at the Museum of Discovery with our guest, Adam McEvoy. Welcome to our show, Adam. How
nice
are
to
you?
be here. Thank
nice.
you.
Oh, what do you do at the Museum of Discovery?
So I'm an educator at the Museum of Discovery, and so I come up with activities and themed events and different camps, and then I share those with the public. So
Cool.
people of
We're
all
excited
ages.
to have you here today. I understand you brought something here to the studio to show and talk
Yeah.
with us about Museum of Discovery's summer camp program.
Yeah.
And some fun Jedi sci.
Yes. So
But before we do that, let's take a look.
Hey, I'm Adam McAvoy, and I'm an educator here at the Museum of Discovery in Little Rock, Arkansas. At the Museum of Discovery, our mission is really to increase STEAM education, so focus on science, technology, engineering, art, and math. We do it in really fun, compelling ways for everyone from 2 years old up to 99. So we really focus on lifelong learning, and we want to get everyone engaged in science. We have summer camps that start in June 3rd, and run until the beginning of August for a wide range of ages, even some young early childhood ages, so like 4 to 6. And those activities, those themes include stuff like Harry Potter themes, Lego and Minecraft themes, and a Jedi science camp, which I'm going to be leading this summer. So it'll be like a Jedi training in the science of Star Wars. So the museum is a great place to come with your family. It's a great place to come as an adult. We do Science After Dark events the last Thursday of every month. And that's where people can come in and get a beer and have some pizza and roam around if you're 21 and older and get to see all the cool stuff in the museum and do some of our activities. But we also have big family events for everyone, like our Dog Days event, which is coming up April 13th. And that's going to be a day all about dog education. Come and pet some dogs. Come and learn about how dogs see and smell and the science behind our canine buddies. So that's coming up in April.
The Museum of Discovery offers many fun and exciting ways to enjoy an afternoon, an evening, or even a full week during their summer camp events. The museum provides an excess of camps for kids to enjoy over the summer. The camps are aimed for children 4 to 6 and 6 to 13. For ages 4 to 6, they offer a one-day Wednesday camp, which costs $40 for members and $50 for non-members. And for ages 6 to 13, there are day camps that last for a week and cost $275 for members and $300 for non-members. Every week there is something new for your kids to learn while also having a great time. For more information, please visit museumofdiscovery.org.
All right, well, Adam, we're so thankful that you could be here with us in the
Glad to be
studio
here.
today. What do you have here for us?
Okay, this is cool. This is one of our activities we're going to be doing for the first time at our Jedi Science Camp this summer. There's going to be a wide range of different ages involved with that camp, some really young Padawans that'll be there, so some young Jedi. And one of the things that they'll get to make is their very own kyber crystals. And we're doing this with, we're going to be modeling these kyber crystals with some hot glue. So we're casting the hot glue in molds, and some of these molds we made. So we used crystals that are from Arkansas to make these little rubber molds, and then we squirt hot glue into the molds. We add LEDs, which are little lights, and make a simple circuit with a battery inside of the hot glue, and that diffuses throughout. So the photons bounce off the parts of the glue, and it spreads out, just like a sconce on a lamp. One of the other things we'll be making are these tiny lightsabers. And those are pretty fun. Those are just with straws, and our campers won't be able to get into too much trouble with those. But so, Crystal, what I have here is a setup for you to try one of these yourselves. So you can take this hot glue, fill up the mold of your choice. We have
Some of these.
Han in carbonite, we have TIE fighters, and we have Darth.
Oh, this X-Wing. Yeah, I'll try this one.
Here
Like
we go.
that?
So yeah, so you can put that one in after we fill it up with glue. So you can
Okay.
take it out right now
Oops.
and just start filling it up. You might not get it all the way full.
It's okay.
This is something you have to be really careful with. This stuff comes out incredibly hot. So we'll have gloves on our campers. But what's happening is right now we have a phase change. So it's liquid. The molecules are moving really, really fast. And when they slow down, they're going to start linking and forming tighter and tighter connections. And that creates your solid resin cast.
That's awesome.
It's just a really cheap way to cast things, kind of like you would when you're making sculptures or whatever you want. So at the museum, we really try to combine art and science together. They're already, connected in the real world. That's something that we
I'm
do
sure.
a lot of.
Oh, what kind of ages do the camps?
Yeah, so we have some campers that are as young as 4, and we have a early childhood camp, and then we have several other camps that have age ranges from like 6 to 9, and 8 to 10, all the way up to 13. So a little bit for everybody as far as.
Yeah. When did you start doing this project with campers?
So this is brand new. So we've
Brand
never
new?
done this one before. We've cast other things before. We've even cast things with aluminum, but this is the first time we're trying making these on the spot hot
Yeah.
glue resin casts.
Cool.
So yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, it
kind of
is.
fills in on its own
Yeah.
and smooths out, and then you can add the LEDs, which as it cools off, it'll kind of become more cloudy and translucent and bounce.
Yeah. So all I have to do is just put this
just
back
add
up
it
in
wherever
there.
you'd like. Yeah, just
Right in there where those
Perfect.
lights are at.
yeah.
Cool. It'll dry like that?
Yeah, so it'll cool, and we can even put
Awesome.
these in like an ice bath, and it'll cool
Cool.
really fast.
Okay, thanks, Adam, for being with us today and
Thank you,
for
Crystal.
everything that you do for the community at Museum
thank you.
Discovery. After a quick commercial break, we'll be right back with Arts in Arkansas.
Are you struggling with money? Do you need your taxes done? Well, come on down to Tax Junkie.
Tax Junkie!
Hi, I'm DQ with Tax Junkie. We offer a friendly face and easy to understand service. You don't even need your W-2, just your latest check stub, and we'll take it from there.
Tax Junkie!
Last year, we kept over 40 people from relapsing into debt.
And now for a First Amendment moment. In December of 1965, 13-year-old Mary Beth Tinker of Des Moines, Iowa, showed up for school wearing a black armband to protest the Vietnam War. Having heard of the planned protest, officials of the Des Moines Independent Community School District had approved a ban on such activity. Mary Beth arrived at school. She was asked to remove the armband, and she refused and therefore was sent home. 4 other students, including Mary Beth's brother John, also were suspended for wearing armbands. They were told they could not return to the school as long as they continued their protests. The American Civil Liberties Union came to the students' aid, and more than 3 years after the fateful December morning, on February 24, 1969, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in the students' favor. The court ruled 7-2 that students do not shed their constitutional rights to freedom of speech or expression at the schoolhouse gate. I am James Kane, and this First Amendment moment has been brought to you by the University of Arkansas Little Rock School of Mass Communication.
Is this the kind of DJ you want at your next party? Get DJ Kane from 96.5. Book DJ Kane at your next party. Is this the kind of DJ you want at your next party?
Hi, I'm James Kane, and we saved the best for last for those of you watching today. Arts in Arkansas is where we will showcase different local artists each week, some even from here on campus. In the studio is the man behind the camera, Chris Banks. How you doing, Chris? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you for joining us. Now, Chris, what does photography mean to you?
Photography to me is just a means of expression. It's like any other art form. Naturally, you have the things that get oversaturated because in today's day, like everybody wants to be a photographer, everybody wants to be a musician, but it's kind of what you make of it. But at the end of the day, at the core, it's expression.
Now, Chris, what do you think makes a good picture?
Just capturing what's there. If you have a vision in mind and you go out there and you accomplish what it is that you think that you want to do, then that's what makes a good picture, in my opinion.
Now, who are some professional photographers that influence you? Is that how you got into it, by watching them, or?
I kind of got into it. I've always wanted to do photography. I've been wanting to do it since high school, and I kind of put it off for a while. So my own interest is what kind of got me in there. But as far as people that inspire me, I look up to my professor here. Her name is Jolie Livaday. There's a few other famous photographers on this website that I go to called Lens Scratch. They showcase other prominent photographers, and fame in photography is kind of fickle. A lot of well-known photographers aren't really that out there.
Now, I've always heard the cliche, just stand in front of the camera, I make the picture look like I want it to. How do you do that?
It's tricky to do. Luckily, in my classes, they teach us about things that are often neglected. They teach you about design and composition, and pretty much just how to frame a photo to make it look interesting, because anybody can pull up a camera and take a picture, but there are certain elements as far as like how close you are to somebody. Distance plays a big role in photography. The angle that you're coming from, vantage points and all that, that's how you get the look that you need.
And I guess that also makes a good picture stand out from being average, what you just explained.
Yeah.
What are some of your career goals? Like, how far you want to go in photography?
As far as my career goals go, I really want to get into like an exhibit. I want to have my own exhibition, and I want somebody to buy my artwork. It means a lot to me having people go out there and commission me to take pictures of them, whether it be like graduation photos or wedding photos or what have you. But the idea of somebody actually going out and purchasing my work when like they weren't in mind, they liked it enough to go out there and actually want to buy it, that's my end goal. And to actually get into a museum, like an actual publication, bringing my artwork in.
Okay. Now, Chris, clearly, you know, because we're on a time restraint, but clearly you have a passion for capturing photos. Now, right after these commercial messages, we'll be right back with a photography demonstration by you, Chris.
Sounds good.
Before we get started, follow me on Instagram at Photos by Koopa. That's PHOTOSBYKOOPA. I've always wanted to take photos. I started like with the idea when I was really young, back when I was in high school, so a few years ago. I didn't really have any money to go and buy a camera. My mom didn't really believe in me spending that much money to buy a camera or anything like that, so I had to wait till I made it to college. Pretty much just the idea of like capturing moments, like people in their element, that's what led me to go and take photos. I think it goes back to like the idea of, you know, capturing moments, like, because I'm a really sentimental guy and I like having things to look back on. There are photos that I've taken like a year ago and I look back on, I'm like, you know, this was really cool, and like I start swelling up with emotions, no matter how weird that might sound. But yeah, I think it's just like having these moments, taking them with me, and that's what, you know, inspires me to take photos. I like natural things, like I don't like overly contrived like situations. I know a lot of people like taking portraits, like getting people to pose and whatnot, but I prefer just taking people as they are and taking the photos and keeping it moving from that point. The best advice that I have is to stay original and not put yourself in the box. Like, go out there and try other things, because like I said, I know a lot of people enjoy taking portraits, and a lot of people get into photography for portraits, and if that's what you want to do, then that's fine. But I'm always an advocate for going out there and like testing other lanes, because you're never gonna know what you like until you go out there and you do it. And not only that, but even if you decide that you don't want to stay with that, it can still help you grow in other aspects. So that's my advice, is just to test everything, like, because there's so much more to photography than just taking like portraits or just taking like landscapes or something like that, and you can cross the two. So there's always something to learn.
Today. Now, Chris, we love seeing some of your work and wish you the best and good luck with your photography. Can you explain some about your pictures that you take?
Yeah. This one right here I've been working on in my lighting class that I'm taking right now. This one is a couple of light bulbs, and this is what we call bright field. It's pretty much where you have a white background. You have the idea of trying to bounce the light all around and get the brightest possible outcome. And as you can see, there was a dark outline around the light bulb, and that's the goal with bright field.
Okay. And now I think we have another picture too that you can, this one. Now you had it bright. Now this one's kind of dark. Can you explain this picture?
Yeah, this one's the exact opposite. I also did this one in my lighting class, and this is called dark field. You pretty much get the room as dark as possible. You block out all light, and you have very minimal light, and the goal is to get a nice rim light around like the white outline.
Now let me ask you this, Chris. When you're sitting there thinking about pictures, you know, like a rapper, you know, I've interviewed rappers and I ask them how do they get the ideas, you know, they just see something and then they'll start writing about it. Do you use that same approach when you're taking pictures?
Yeah, pretty much. I have a journal that I keep. I draw up shots. I come up with ideas of topics that I want to talk about, things that I think are good ideas I mark out, and things that I think are good ideas I keep, and then I expand upon them.
Okay, now the most important thing is, since you're here, the audience, I'm sure, want to know you have a website, social media, how they can get a hold and see some more of your work.
I have an Instagram at Photos by Koopa. That's Photos by Koopa, and that's pretty much where I post most of my work at.
Okay, and I think we got a few more pictures that we want to look at. Let's go to the TV. No more pictures? Okay. Well, we want to thank you for joining us in the studio today, Chris. We love seeing your work, and we wish you the best of luck with your photography. Make sure you tune in again next week for another great show, same time, same day. Thank you, and have a great day.
Thank you.